And when you start looking at the NFL nowadays, you're a running back, I'm a running back, and you look at these younger guys, who's your top backs?
It's hard. I like the kid. I like the kid in Miami, but he got to stay on the field. Christian McCaffrey, of course, is everyone's top back. He's in the same system that I was in, so I kind of see the play before it happened. Then you got the best left tackle in football in Trent Williams. You got a great system. So I think what Christian McCaffrey has left in the tank, the sky's the limit, because he's only going to get better in this system. The kid in Detroit, he's young, but I think he's gonna pick it up. Nick Chubb, I was beginning to love Nick Chubb game before he got injured.
Oh, yeah,
like to respect his game. Say, you know what, dog, he getting it. And I even like Jones. I'm shocked Green Bay moved on from him, but for him to go to Minnesota, I think it gives him another opportunity because you got receivers, you got, you just go out and draft a young quarterback. So I think he's going to get more opportunity in Minnesota. So those guys, and the key to it is everybody I name kind of still get an opportunity to be an every down back.
All right. What do you think about JT with the Colts?
I don't think his body of work, he had a great year and then he's been hurt. So I think just reliability for him, because with Ant at quarterback, I think they have an opportunity. Now you got receivers. You're building something, but I honestly think, that holdout situation kind of put a strain between him and his teammates because the other back was balling.
All right.
So the other back was balling. So to me, it's kind of like he got to regain his identity within that organization because Ant is on the verge of taking over. So, for a running back with the longevity of running backs, it could be this might be his last year, depending on how they feel. So I would like to see more from him. I think he has the talent and the ability. Now it's just about being on the field, being available, and, building a bond like a 1-2 punch or a 1-2-3 punch for them because they just re-signed Pittman. So I think they got guys locked in where they got the opportunity to build a 1-2-3 punch, and you need that.
What do you think about Ant? You think with the way Ant plays, and we already know the talent is there, we know that the potential is there. What do you think about guys like Ant with this new run pass option? What do you think about that? How do you think that's going to affect them and affect organizations going forward?
I look at Ant as I know the work that Ant puts in, but to see the play that he got injured on, that's so flukish, And for us, the hardest thing to do is start having nagging injuries early.
Right.
We had success in the league because our first couple years we didn't have to deal with it. We was available and we got grinding, we got going, and we were there. So a lot of these guys, you get hurt, and this is long, 17-week seasons, 18-week seasons. That's a lot of games. It's a lot placed on you. So the injuries are totally different because you're not hitting anymore. You're so fragile, you don't get a chance to get touched until Sunday. And then when you get touched on Sunday, it's like the slightest situation could hurt you. So I think the preparation is different. But if he can stay healthy, I think the sky is the limit. They go out and get him a receiver in the draft. You re-sign Pittman. You got JT. There's no distractions coming into camp. He should be healthy coming into camp. I think the sky is the limit, because he is such a talent. And then you go and give him some speed so he can release that cannon. So I'm actually excited to see what that offense does. And hopefully he can stay healthy and you really get to see what he brings to a team.
All right, real talent, young talent, motivated, driven, and, I'm always say the best organization in football. Anytime somebody come on, especially somebody that had success, I'm always trying to give the viewers or give people that's paying attention a little insight into the mindset of people that have had success, have done what it takes, because there's so many people that wish they can have this opportunity or even be in this position. In saying that, I always want to ask, what makes the great from your point of view?
Consistency. I think for the greats were always consistent, and your recovery could never be multiple weeks for us. Like, you couldn't have 2-3 bad weeks in sports. You can't have 2-3 bad weeks in life,
Right.
Like, that's when you realize, hey, I'm depressed or I'm dealing with something. So for us, I think the recovery to a bad game, like, no one had to tell you, like, Edge, dog, you didn't play good last week, but
You felt it. You knew it.
You knew, like, dog, I left yards on the field. I didn't fall forward. I didn't keep my feet churning. Like, I had this opportunity. When you watching film, you see everything before a coach even tell you. When they start talking, you like, yeah, I should have straightened up my shoulders. Like, I should have pushed the power forward. I shouldn't have stepped out of bounds. I probably could have got 5 more yards. So the consistency in being able to coach yourself, the consistency in being able to understand, like, I can't have another bad week because these people are dependent on me, especially when, for me, I think to go from Denver, where I'm like 14th, 15th on the totem pole, to go to D.C., where everything I do is magnified, was a situation the consistency that I have is going to carry this organization. So when you look at games played, it didn't matter what my teammates done. Anything my teammates done was extra. Like,
right.
For me, anything my teammates done was extra. It was being able to self-correct, being able to be consistent, being reliable, being dependable, being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. And I think so many people try to skip those steps. Like,
right.
It's like, I want to be great, but you having consecutive bad showings, or you're irresponsible, or you're not taking responsibility, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Like, a lot of people, the narrative would be CP didn't work out. Well, CP didn't lift upper body.
Right.
That's what CP didn't lift upper body. But it's nobody that we done cross paths with who had better lower body than CP, or, oh man, CP was going out. CP wasn't drinking. Like, I pop in support. If you asking me to come somewhere, and Tanner asking me to come somewhere, and somebody else asking me to come somewhere, I'm like, damn, they need me there. I pop in for support. So it's a different thing when you're accountable and you have to be where you have to be. It's like you might hang out till 4:00 in the morning, but you go straight to the locker room to
right.
sleep on the couch. So you're where you're supposed to be. And I think when you put it all together, it's just that glitch of knowing, like, boy, I got something. And no matter who it is, what it is, like, I'm ready for any challenge. I'm ready for anything. I'm prepared for the curveball. I'm prepared for the fastball. I'm prepared for the underhand pitch. It's knowing that whatever situation it is, you got to out. Like, you're ready for it. You're prepared for it. And I think that's what kind of turned the key to take you overboard.
No, that's a good answer. And when you talk about people that is great, they actually have an answer. They have a solution, and they already see it before other people can even identify or tell them. They're actually willing to work on it.